And when I met him, I didn't, oh, by the way, I didn't even know who Adam Sandler was, by the way. I was telling, are you one of those people who embodies kindness and niceness? If I meet her, I want to know, how does she speak? Is she kind? Is she good? Does she speak to her fans with kindness? Does she have natural gratitude?
Do you really believe in this DNA ancestry thing? You think it's accurate?
Honestly speaking, if they can know with the DNA and ancestry how old the dinosaurs are, if they can know so much just by the DNA, medicine is so advanced. If they can know so much, how much the blood, how everything functions, they can pull up a skull, they can do tomography, they can do so much, like what you call, like computer imaging, where they could like pull up an entire face, like, oh, this is what this person looks like with the DNA stuff. What happens is the DNA imprints everything. It has your bloodline, everything. It has carries so much information. It has more information. They said that like, I think certain billions. So I definitely believe, yeah. Oh yeah. If they can have so much information come up with just those things, there's definitely 100% thing that, yeah, DNA does work. And they do DNA, and they also do carbon dating. You know what carbon dating is, right?
No.
So carbon dating is something that they do with like archaeologists to know how many years old something is.
Okay.
So carbon dating, like when it happened, like, and that's how they know. And I do believe in ancestry and DNA, because remember that our DNA is basically the building block of every human being. So without that, we would be nothing. And if DNA can carry information, if it can carry information on viruses, like when you get vaccinated,
Mm-hmm.
what happens is when you get vaccinated, your DNA has a memory. So definitely, if your DNA can have that memory, your DNA can also have the memory of your ancestry and where you came from and your bloodline, for sure, 100%.
That's interesting though. But the whole ancestry DNA thing, I don't really buy into it because there was a time I know someone from like Nigeria did his DNA here in America, and it said something like he was from South Africa. So I was like, nah, maybe you have to like, for me, I'll have to like do like maybe like seven of those and then take an average. Now, if the average
Honestly
looks
speaking,
relative, then maybe I might be like, okay, so
the
it's
thing
close to being
is,
good.
right, but you have to understand, the thing is, they're the ones that you do online, that you talk about your mom and dad were and stuff. But the actual accurate is when they actually draw your blood, and then they take your DNA sample and then do it. That one costs more. That's the reason why,
Like
because
how
that one's
much?
I think it's like 1,000 something.
Okay,
The
so that's
really,
not the one I'm talking about. There's a device that they sell at the pharmacy. It's like $70.
oh no.
That's what I was talking about. But yeah, now let's say fast forward to like 6 months, and then you meet with Priyanka Chopra. How do you think the conversation will what direction would the conversation go?
I mean, honestly speaking, I have a feeling they said that if you want to make $1 million, think like a billionaire. And even if you don't make a million, even if you don't make 1 billion, but you will get to 1 million. Get it? So to be a millionaire, think like a billionaire, because in the process of thinking that you're going to make 1 billion, you're at least going to hit some millions. Get it? So with that concept in mind, I think I would definitely ask her the question that she said, that she wants to populate the Hollywood industry with like more ethnic people, more people who are more like Indians, and more people of color. And in the next 6 months, I think that's the question I would ask. Like, um, you know, you said that this is what you want to do, but are you doing that? Because, uh, you know, the thing is, I want to know who she is as a person. You know, if I meet her, I want to know, how does she speak? Is she kind? Is she good? Does she speak to her fans with kindness? Does she have natural gratitude? Like Keanu Reeves, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I met Adam Sandler in person. And when I met him, oh, by the way, I didn't even know who Adam Sandler was, by the way. I was standing at the door. He just came up and started talking to me, having a conversation. We had a whole conversation about Fiji and everything. And it wasn't until he left and a friend is like, oh my God, he talked to you. And I'm like, oh, who was it? And they're like, oh, that was it. I was like, oh, okay. Because I had no idea that that was him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, in my heart, I was like, wow, he is so amazing. And I Googled about him and his movies. So like for me, I feel, because I know myself and where I come from, I'm very grounded. So I want to know, as an actor, are you pretentious, or are you one of those people who embodies kindness and niceness? So I feel like you could be the best superstar, but the most amazing person. But how do you treat the people who actually got you there? Because if you don't have an audience, you're nothing, you know? So I definitely ask her, like, how do you embody greatness? I would definitely ask her, what do you think about racism? There's a lot of questions I would definitely ask her. So I think I would like ask her, what advice would she give her younger self? Because, you know, me being her younger self, I would definitely want to know how she moved where she is. Because unless I know how she was moving, I would never know her, you know? So I need to know how she moves, because it's very important to know. They said that walk in the footsteps that are way more successful than you, because learn from the best. And I think she is one of the best, you know? I honestly, genuinely think she is amazing and awesome. The way she has just transitioned, no matter how much hate she gets from her community, I just want to say she is gorgeous. She is amazing. And she just made a name for herself. People love her, you know?
Yeah.
So,
You know, even though we're not here to talk about Priyanka, but she's kind of a fascinating human being. We're here to talk
absolutely.
about you. But I have like two more questions about Priyanka, and then we'll just leave Priyanka completely. So
You got it.
when it comes to Priyanka, I mean, when it comes to a highly successful human being, especially someone on that level, I don't think you can please everyone. You know, I don't
Yeah,
think you could be good to everyone. I don't
true.
think everyone will understand you. So if she gets hate from her people, I think it's normal. And if she gets love from
I
her
know, but
people, I think it's normal.
here's the thing about hate, you know.
Mm-hmm.
People hate you. People are jealous of you because, number one, they cannot admit it. Number two, they're online, so they know they have a cover. Nobody knows who the hate is.
Mm-hmm.
People spew these things because somewhere along the line, they wish that they were them.
Yeah, that's it.
They wish,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever is lacking in them, they see in someone else, and they're like, why does she get to live a best life? Why does she have such a good husband? Why does she get to, like, you know, people feel that.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
true.
that
That's it.
because that has happened to me, where people have spewed hate on me.
Mm-hmm.
I even had someone like straight up ask me, they're like, oh, do you have a facelift? Because how much does it cost? And I said, why would you ask me that? I said, I'm from Fiji. People in my country are beautiful. We don't do this needle stuff, this American stuff. We don't do that.
Yeah.
So I've even had like straight up people just like ask me. People straight up ask me if I have had a boob job. People in America, I think, are so ignorant. People have straight up asked me if I've ever had my lips done. People have asked me if I ever had like a nose job, and I'm like, no, I'm from Fiji, and I keep saying I'm from Fiji, and people are, what's that supposed to mean? I said, if you ever go to Fiji, I'm glad we're hidden, but Fiji has some of the most gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous people and most beautiful people in the world. I mean, I see people mention Ukraine, France, Montreal, New York, but if you ever go to Fiji, Fiji has some of the most good-looking, amazing humans, athletic, natural, you know. And the thing about being like at that height and being kind, I think there's a way you come across as people. I want to give Keanu Reeves an example. Keanu Reeves is he's a global, like he's the biggest star ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he tries to please anyone, but
Mm-hmm.
it's the aura you give people. You have to have that aura where people are receptive to you. And even when he has to say something, and if someone's mean to him, he says it in a way that makes you think. And that's what you got to be. Say things that is thoughtful and triggers something thoughtful. Otherwise, don't say it at all. And I love that.
That's very true. Say things that will make people think. Unfortunately, not a lot of people think so. But then, but guys, pay attention. Fiji is a country with a lot of gorgeous people. So if we are traveling, you know where we're going to.